Ugh. Game, we just had to begin today's session with that ugly thing? Ugh. Oh, right, we're helping this guy out. Okay. What was I thinking of checking? Oh yeah, I want to make sure. I was reading about this yesterday. I want to make sure that my power armor doesn't have the targeting thing on it. Sensor array. Okay, that's fine. Hey, Doug, how's it going? Whoa. Well, the cat's awake, so we're officially ready. Let's go play in the glowing sea.
Unless you're hounding for a green suntan, I suggest we get a move on.
What are you worried about, Nick? Although, I don't think we have to hang here too much. Let's go. Alright, travel to CIT. This is Far Harbor. I realized what that DLC starts with. We're not doing open season. Still need to do the Freedom Trail thing. Oh, there's so much to do. We need to do the Underground Railroad thing before we do... before we visit the Institute, because then otherwise they won't trust me anymore. So we gotta be bitches for these guys. That's the police station. Where the heck is the Freedom Trail? Huh. Well, we'll try College Square, I guess. They're up to 500 now? Holy shit. I knew Arumba had done... last I'd heard he did like 250 on a single server, but 500, that's amazing. They've done an incredible job with that game.
I don't think we're alone.
Huh, I never noticed the shotgun actually makes a drop shotgun shell sound when it fires. That's cool. It's an all caps jackpot. Yeah, I saw it. It is actually ejecting cartridges. It's pretty cool. Now, where the hell is the Freedom Trail? It wasn't Polymer Labs. It was over by Swan's Pond. Maybe it was down in Park Street Station. So I know when I was here chasing down Nick, it showed that I'd, finished the follow the railroad, or the Road to Freedom trail thing. Then it popped up, continue to follow it. I'm just flailing here. It was right around here that it gave me that quest. I'm looking this up. Cool. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Oh, talk to the tour bot. Follow the distinctive red trail of bricks in the ground from location to location. Oh, okay. So I gotta find a trail of red bricks. I'm totally not seeing this. Proceed to Boston Common to find the beginning of the trail. Ah, there's a robot, and there's the trail. Okay.
Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail. Feast your ears and learn more about the historic Freedom Trail, and learn the history of Boston Common.
You're a tour guide?
Error. Response not recognized. Welcome, Patriot, to Boston.
Whoa, do we have to listen to this every
start
time?
of the Freedom Trail.
I'm interested in the history of this place.
Let us go back hundreds of years. It is the year 1775. For 7 years, thousands of British soldiers have camped on this very soil in their orderly rows of tents, led by General Thomas Gage. They seek to quell the growing tide of revolution the night of April 17th.
The officers are assembled, General Gage.
4 days prior, I received word from the Earl of Dartmouth. We have our orders. Lieutenant Colonel Smith...
Where the hell is that voice coming from?
...of our best men, and carry them with the utmost expedition and secrecy to Concord. Once there, you will seize and destroy all artillery, ammunition, provisions, tents, small arms, and all military stores.
But what of the colonists, General?
Take care that the soldiers do not plunder the inhabitants, or hurt private property. But we can and must defang them.
So, near midnight, Colonel Smith...
So it can play audio of that quality, but it
has
has to sound like this when it talks. It's just
American
weird.
patriots in the Battle of Lexington and Concord, and thus the Revolutionary War began. Continue on the trail to walk through more of our great city's history. Welcome, Patriot.
One more dialogue tree.
Common, the start of the Freedom Trail.
Tell me about the Freedom Trail.
Starting here at Boston Common, follow the red path as it winds its way through our great city's streets. Markers on the trail are placed at many famous historic sites. See Paul Revere's house, the Old North Church, the Old State House, Bunker Hill, and many more.
Yay! Alright, broken speech done. Now, the funny thing is, I see no red bricks.
Seven. And A. Some sort of code?
Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm a retard. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago, so maybe my brain just isn't starting up right. It happens. Uh-oh. Lost the trail. Well, that didn't go as planned. That makes sense. Oh, there's some paint. Okay. So what is it? Oh, it comes back this way. Damn it. Old Granary Burying Ground. Oh, there's going to be some ghouls here. Hello, ghoul. He was doing a dance for us. What's with the radiate? Oh, I see. It's a rad storm.
Your Pip-Boy doesn't sound pleased. Let's say we get out of here.
I'm in power armor, Nick. It's okay. Radiation cannot harm me.
Hey,
There's something you need? Hey, let me ask you something.
sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water.
There's a reactor?
But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the top.
Oh, shit.
The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Why didn't they?
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly.
Ouch.
Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
So the girl puts out, gets kidnapped. Brilliant move.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
Well, I didn't have to. Back then, synths were even more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things, Well, things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
As it turns out, I looked up the voice actor for Nick because he sounded super familiar. The actor does other voices in this game, like Codsworth. So he's the robot, the Mr. Handy. He does the Mr. Handy voices. And he was also one of the main voices in Skyrim.
What? Who's there?
Ooh, someone to kill. Where the hell? Oh. Good find, dog meat. Who else is dumb enough to shoot at me? You are. Oh! Bye-bye, head.
Not that it's an option.
Anyway, yeah, so the guy did most of the voices for the male characters in Skyrim. Like, he was just a very distinctive voice. I can't remember a single character's name. He was like head of the Bard College, and just that almost default gravelly sounding voice in Skyrim. That was this guy, Steven something or other. But it was just a neat tidbit, and I thought maybe might be interesting. Like, well, it would have been interesting delivered by anyone but you, Willfe. Boring. Thought I heard another mutant. What happened to Nick? I didn't just land on him, did I? Oh, I forgot him in power armor. I can totally do that. Oh, sorry, Nick. Anyway. Let's continue the trail. Alright, there's some paint there. Okay, we came from here. Oh, there it is. Alright, so we carry on this way, I guess. There it is! This is kind of a pain in the ass. Ah, damn eyeballs. Well, no indication it's going any other way than this. Yep, there it is. Oh, good shot, Nick. There's the trail.
3I.
Oh, hey, old corner bookstore. Gotcha. Did not get you. Oh, God. Squirming. Okay. Should not have needed bats for that one, but here we are.
This isn't the kind of place I like to dump.
Donated to the city of Boston in 1742 by French merchant Peter Fenouil, probably Fenouil. Fenouil Hall was a commercial hub in colonial Massachusetts. It played a notable role in the American Revolution. Protests against the British Sugar and Stamp Acts that began here led to the doctrine of no taxation without representation. Later meetings were held here, which culminated in the Boston Tea Party. Many of the founding fathers met here or gave speeches here, notably Samuel Adams, leading to the building's nickname, the Cradle of Liberty. So Liberty was a babby here. Oh, Christ. Get ready, Nick. We're going to eat a nuke. Oh. No? Hey, nice. They ate a nuke. That was amazing. This gun is clearly not doing the job. Well, he's dead. Now, you bastards, you distracted me from my trail. There it is. And we're walking. Old North Church. You can read this to yourselves. Oh, nice. Nick, I can't leave you for 10 seconds before you start. Sorry about that gunshot there. You don't need that leg, do you? We gotta kill this night vision thing on the scope. That's just obnoxious. Nice one, dog meat. Off with his head, just for grins. Dog meat just tackled the super mutant and ripped off his head. Well, no, I shot off his head too. Still, no dog meat. Tackled and killed the super mutant. That's pretty damn good. Alright, the trail leads... Oh, there's these things.
One R. The trail ends right at the church.